Hi guys, hello and welcome to Inceptor Gaming. If you're new to my channel, click like, give me a subscribe, put in the comments about the sort of RTS or simulation games you like to play. Today we're continuing with Wargame, European Escalation, and this is part 7 and the mission is Peace Talks. Okay, so getting into the mission, got a little intro as always.
Fell swiftly, but NATO has stumbled at Leipzig, confronted by a now well-organized Soviet opposition. Soon the Leipzig salient becomes the front's hotspot, just as a peace conference is about to open in Stockholm. After regrouping, the Soviets attack the salient on both flanks, determined to win a victory that would strengthen their position at the negotiation table. The enemy is massing to crush the Borna salient before the peace signature. American and French detachments are positioned and ready to repel part of the enemy offensive. The enemy must under no circumstances be allowed to reach and cross the river, or it will be the doom of the whole salient.
So we're still getting tooltips, even though it's the final mission of the 1975 NATO campaign, but not to worry. Right, first off, I'm going to start off with some tanks. My goal is essentially obviously to protect Sector Lima there, but I'm going to get some tanks up ready. Just going to use Leopards because they're nice and fast, and then I'm going to send some off in both east and west to try and knock out a couple of areas where the enemy will come from, and hopefully that will delay their advance enough to save the area and also keep an eye on my allies, make sure they're okay as well. For my own actual sort of defensive area, I'm going to use some chieftains and a couple of MBT-70s as backup because they have a long-range anti-tank missile system as well as their main gun. Also as well, at a pinch, the MBT-70s serve quite well as close range anti-aircraft fire as well, because they also come with a 20mm coax machine gun as opposed to just a standard GPMG or 7.62 NATO type machine gun. So one MBT-70 with each set of 3 Chieftain Mark V tanks. The British tanks in the game are the best used for defensive positions. They can absorb a lot of damage, they give a good punch, and also they are very effective. But for speed and manoeuvrability, the German Leopards definitely have the edge on that score. Going to get in some supply units there ready as well. I've also got 3 lots of Chinooks already down the bottom of the map. Okay, so Sector Echo, that's where I'm going to send off a group of Leopards straight away, followed up by some supply trucks as well, because that objective is quite far away. Just grouping those northern Leopards there. Okay, I'm going to send them up in the direction of Foxtrot. And these Leopards here on the right hand side, I'm going to send them for Sector Juliet and try and clear that out. So a 3-pronged assault basically. I do expect to get overwhelmed, but I'm hoping this will just buy my guys a little bit more time, because also part of the objective of this level is to look after your allies in their 2 locations as well, and locations Charlie and Hotel. Okay, so already my Leopards are picking up some contacts on the route. Okay, that was dispatched nice and easily, so I'll keep pushing those forward. Doing fast move just to use the roads specifically. Nope, okay, my supply trucks have been captured. I didn't want that to happen, but okay, that means also there is some enemy coming in that direction. So we have to be careful of that. Just going to divert that final supply truck there because I don't want that to get captured as well. That would be a bit silly. Okay, so my Leopard's on the left hand side of Echo. Picking up some new contacts now. That's a Shilka. Okay, let's knock out the Shilka. Just got to keep the map on a swivel as well, just to make sure there's no enemies coming from other areas as well. Okay, sending the Leopards out just to the corner of that forest, still looking around the rest of the map in case anything else is coming my way. Okay, so I don't have much by way of reward points to use at this point. I'm going to back those Leopards up with a Cobra gunship. Okay, something going on to the right, near hotel. Juliet even, yeah, okay, fair enough. So my Leopards have picked up some enemy there, and there's still a command vehicle in the area and maybe some other units. So I have to locate and destroy those. Okay, so there'll be no extra units coming from that direction, which is good. Still need to clear out Objective Echo on the left hand side. Okay, some enemy contacts there, just down from Foxtrot.
Bereit fürs Verlegen, Kommandant.
Okay, some PT7s there engaging with their long-range missiles. Their accuracy is pretty poor though, which is the thing. It'll take them a few shots to get it right. There we go. There's one enemy T-34 gone. Okay, so my northernmost Leopards are getting shot up pretty bad. Okay, looks like they've come up against T-80s. Oh dear, my Leopards are getting a bit of a pasting. Okay. Yeah, the Leopards are definitely the best tanks the Ruskies can field on this level, and making quite a number of my Leopard 1s. Okay. If I'd had more reward points available, I'd have sent up my latest Leopard 1A5s or 1A4s, whatever they are, but unfortunately I couldn't afford those. Okay, so my allies near Objective Hotel are facing some UAZs with anti-tank rifles.
Ja, Kommandant.
Okay, well, Objective Echo's cleared, which is good.
I need the tail rotor check.
Okay, I'm also moving a Cobra gunship up to the northern part of the map there as well, try and help out my Leopards, which we've come so far. Okay, there was a Shilka, which has taken down one of my helicopters. Okay. The one benefit of this mission, because it's the last mission in the NATO 75 campaign, it doesn't matter too much as long as if I lose a few units, just because you know, I don't have to keep them tied over for the next mission. But I don't want to lose so many units that obviously I fail completely and don't have enough to defend myself.
Where do you need us, sir? On my way to coordinates. Out.
I'm going to use my Cobra there to see if I can do some good damage on those T-80s for me.
Transportation Corps ready for your orders, sir.
Some gunfire going on there. Okay, cool. The tanks got destroyed. That's fine. More tanks coming down from the north and also from the west. Some T-64s and T-72s just below the hill there. So I'm going to have to move those chieftains in a moment, I think, before my command centre gets shot out from under me. My command vehicle even. Luckily for me, the accuracy of the Soviet tanks they've sent against me isn't that good, which is to my benefit, thankfully. So just engaging them now with those chieftains there. Take out the T-64 first because it is closer to the command vehicle. It's also good to place the MBT-70s where I did because there's a sort of cone of fire between the two sets of MBT-70s with their long-range missiles.
Completed. Ready to go. Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Kommandant?
Right, going to use those Leopards there to clear out Gulf.
Where do you need us, sir?
And there's the T-80s. Let my Cobras have a go at those with their rockets. Okay, they panicked them, yeah, which is good, but they've done that full damage. Oh dear. Right, okay, that's not going to end well. Right. So I'm trying to shoot up the T-80s with the gunships, but nothing really is happening. I'll have to change plan on that one, I think.
Haben Sie was für mich?
Seeing what also about the MBT-70 having 20mm cannon. It's got a greater range than a standard machine gun. It does serve as quite a good anti-air. Do need to move up those some actual proper dedicated anti-air platforms. Can build a couple of Gepards.
Sky is ours.
Okay, so it looks like my Cobra's hardly dented the T-80s and they're all out of ammunition. Oh dear, that's not a good one. I need to pull them back. I'm going to have a go with my Leopards.
Irgendwelche Befehle, Kommandant?
Leopards, I'm going to have a go with those helicopters there by Lima. And got some more tanks, T-55s coming down from the north. And some other anti-tank type vehicles and recon vehicles.
Just spit it out.
So like I was saying earlier, part of the objective in this game is to look after your allies as well. Reason being, where the allies are located, if you save both of those areas, you get 8 stars in total for the 2 locations.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Kommandant? Bereit fürs Verlegen, Kommandant.
Still some enemy vehicles and units in objective Gulf. Going to clear that out. I'm going to back up those Leopards on the top right of the map with a couple of strikers because obviously I think the T-80s do outrange the Leopard 1A1s, so I'm hoping a couple of striker vehicles will even the odds a bit.
Einsatzbereit, Kommandant. Zeit für ein kleines Tänzchen.
Okay, so there's only the command vehicle. So that one's gone, but there's at least another one in the area there. So I need to find and
Zeit
kill
für ein
that.
kleines Tänzchen.
Although due to the reward points limitation, I wasn't really able to send out any recon units with the tanks, which is always preferred. It is better whenever possible to send out recon units with your vehicles. Same if you're sending out infantry, try and send out recon infantry with your main attacking infantry as well. But I didn't have the opportunity on this occasion due to the reward points not being great enough. So I'm purely reliant on the my tank optics and also my gunship helicopters when using the gunships.
Okay, what's the situation? The only good enemy is the dead one. Bereit fürs Verlegen, Kommandant. Gib alles!
Okay, so there's a unit there gone, fantastic. Still can't find the command vehicle though. Oh, got some enemy helos there, right, okay, you have to do something about that. They might be quite a threat. Need to get up some anti-aircraft units there. Can't quite afford a load of Gepards, so I'm going to go with the standard flak panzers. Allies there are moving their troops forward, their vehicles to attack the helicopters, but they're totally outmatched and outgunned. And I want those command stars, so I've got to look after my allies. Because the command stars, I can use them on the next campaign, which is the Warsaw Pact.
Where do you want it delivered? Fresh delivery.
Right, those leopards up in Sector Golf are going to need a resupply.
The captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
Just, I've got a gunship there being resupplied. I'm going to send that against those tanks just in front of the my allies at Sector Hotel.
Waffen überprüft und einsatzbereit. Ziehen Sie mein, Kommandant. The sky is ours. Target in sight.
Of course, they're coming up with thick and fast, they're doing that. We've got 2 lots of chieftains, so 6 chieftains and 2 70s having a go on. So that should be enough, plus also a couple of flak panzers, sorry, Gepards even. I'm glad that they're not sending T-80s against me, because that would be quite worrying, seeing the damage they took and absorbed quite easily. Oh, my allies there in Objective Charlie are starting to flee. I need to move my flak panzers up quickly, get them in range, get them in action, start taking down helicopters. While I'm looking after myself at Lima because I'm getting tanks coming at me. Okay, so those T-55s are routing. Their command vehicle at Charlie's routing as well. Targets. We're giving the helicopters a lift, which is good. Especially as their helicopters are, the enemy helicopters are engaging my allies. Oh, Our Gepards are taking a bit of a battering and they're worried.
What is it you want this time?
So I'm going to bring back a gunship, I think, maybe. I'm going to bring in actually some supply trucks, rearm and repair those. See what my flat panzers are doing. Because my flat panzers are pretty much the only thing left now in this area. So a couple of allied tanks there, but that's about it. So Objective Charlie is holding on for dear life, to be fair. My Cobra there needs to rearm, so I better get that rearmed quickly. Some more shots incoming to my guys at Lima. They're easily dispatched with my tanks. Excellent. My flak panzers are getting a bit of a battering by the looks of it. They're not going to last long if I'm not careful. I have to do something about that.
I'm all ears.
I'm also worried about any more units coming down from area Foxtrot as well, so I think I'm going to start picking up contacts soon with those T-80s that we looked at earlier. Okay, so my flak panzers there are rearming, repairing whilst getting shot up. I think I might bring a couple of Gepards as well just to back up the anti-air units there, because those helicopters are definitely a concern. Actually, you know what, I'm going to go with tanks, I think, possibly. I might bring a couple of Gepards, or I might bring a couple of AMX tanks, because they also have a 20mm cannon.
Where do you need us, sir? Target in sight.
The gunships are rearmed at least, so they can take out those tanks there.
Flying in, weapons hot.
It seems to be only the T-80s that my gunships have trouble with.
Where do you want it delivered?
Okay, well, we've exceeded 20 minutes, which is good, because I believe the objective time was 20 minutes. There we go. But I've still got to hold the area till the peace treaty is signed. So I've got a few more minutes at least. But I'm doing better than I expected, to be fair. I'm holding on quite well. Sector Charlie's taking a bit of a battering, but I'm still holding on. I'm confident I can still do something with that. Okay, my gunship needs to rearm, so I'm sending that back to the supply base. Yeah, there's still some of my allies in the area of Hotel and Charlie.
Waffen überprüft und einsatzbereit. Natürlich, Kommandant. Wie Sie meinen, Kommandant. Le ciel est à nous. Je me dirige vers les coordonnées indiquées.
Let's have it then. Come on. Typical British, that is. Come on then. Let's have it, son. Let's have it.
Someone need a guardian angel? We're in a combat zone right now.
Okay, objective Charlie's still hanging on, but I'm going to send a couple of units up there as well, just to try and help out a bit if possible, and just make sure I hold it.
Someone need a guardian angel?
Some gunshots rearmed, going to use that on those 255s.
Einsatzbereit, Kommandant. Ammo? Fuel?
Just going to move my Chinook up a bit closer as well. Oh, there's a load of vehicles coming down towards the west there. 262s for sure. Oh, okay. Those tanks have just taken out my Gepards I was going to send up towards Charlie. Plan B, I could do with a couple of tanks really. Still no sign of those T-80s. Although, okay, area Foxtrot has been cleared, so they must have found and destroyed the command vehicle. Okay, so at least there can be no new vehicles coming in from that area, or no new enemy units. But now I'm picking up those T-80s with my Leopards. Come on, I need to get my strikers in the fight as well. They're probably not in the best position to attack them, to be fair. Ooh, okay, my Leopards are taking a bit of a battering by the T-80s, okay. So those T-80s are definitely a bit much for Leopards, okay. Yep, my Leopards are getting a battering, okay. They're definitely no match for T-80s, okay then, right. You have to bear that in mind for future battles, future campaigns. T-80s, very dangerous tanks. But there we have it. It appears I managed to just about complete all objectives. I don't know how, to be fair. I thought Charlie was lost at one point big time, but anyway, not to worry.
The agreement was signed on a status quo ante bellum. NATO withdraws from Germany. The Pact gives up its conquests in Northern Europe.
So there we have it, victory. So there we have it, guys. That has been the 1975 campaign as NATO on Wargame European Escalation. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you enjoy my content in general. Please click like, give me a subscribe, and put a note in the comments about any future RTS simulation games you'd like to see me play, or that you play yourself. Thank you very much indeed.